The Sultanate of Osman, Saltanat Usmania, also known as the Ottoman Empire, was a vast state that emerged in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, in the late 13th century and lasted until the early 20th century. The empire was founded by Osman Bey, a Turkish tribal leader, and was named after him. The early years of the Ottoman Empire were marked by a series of military campaigns against neighboring states and the establishment of a strong centralized government. Under the leadership of Mehmed II, the Ottomans conquered Constantinople, now Istanbul, in 1453, which marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. Over the next few centuries, the Ottoman Empire expanded its territory to include much of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. The empire reached its peak under the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, who ruled from 1520 to 1566. During his reign, the empire expanded further into Europe and the Middle East, and cultural and artistic achievements flourished. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the Ottoman Empire began to decline. It suffered a series of military defeats, and European powers began to encroach on its territories. In the 19th century, the empire underwent a period of modernization and reform, but it was too little too late, and by the early 20th century, the Ottoman Empire was known as the sick man of Europe. During World War I, the Ottoman Empire aligned with Germany and Austria-Hungary, and as a result, it was defeated by the Allied powers. The empire was dissolved in 1922, and the Republic of Turkey was established in its place. Overall, the Sultanate of Osman, Saltanat Usmania, played a significant role in world history, and its impact can still be felt today in many parts of the world. The table below lists Ottoman sultans, as well as the last Ottoman caliph, in chronological order. The tugras were the calligraphic seals, or signatures used by Ottoman sultans. They were displayed on all official documents as well as on coins, and were far more important in identifying a sultan than his portrait. The notes column contains information on each sultan's parentage and fate. Early Ottomans practiced what historian Quadrat has described as survival of the fittest, not eldest son. When a sultan died, his sons had to fight each other for the throne until a victor emerged. Because of the infighting and numerous fratricides that occurred, there was often a time gap between a sultan's death date and the accession date of his successor. In 1617, the law of succession changed from survival of the fittest to a system based on agnatic seniority, ekbariat, whereby the throne went to the oldest male of the family. This in turn explains why from the 17th century onwards a deceased sultan was rarely succeeded by his own son, but usually by an uncle or brother. Agnatic seniority was retained until the abolition of the sultanate, despite unsuccessful attempts in the 19th century to replace it with primogeniture. Note that pretenders and co-claimants during the Ottoman interregnum are also listed here, but they are not included in the formal numbering of sultan. Osman I, circa 1300 to 1326. Orkan, 1326 to 1359. Murad I, 1359 to 1389. Bayezid I the Thunderbolt, 1389 to 1402. Interregnum, Civil War, 1403 to 1413.